Good morning children, welcome back to social class. So we already in which lesson? Block 9 textiles, and yesterday in last lesson what we had learned? We had learned about textiles, what is a textile and what is the difference between stitched cloth and unstitched cloth, and also the people who actually started wearing clothes in Rome, what we call that cloth, right? So do you all remember? Let's move on to our next LP, okay? So have you ever observed what kind of clothes that the family members of your home are wearing? The family members of your family, what kind of clothes they are wearing? Have you ever observed them? Whether they are wearing different kind of clothes or whether they are wearing same kind of clothes, like how your mother or grandparents are wearing, your father, your mother are wearing the same kind of clothes or different kind of clothes. Have you ever observed that clothes are stitched clothes or unstitched clothes? Have you ever observed what kind of clothes that your neighbors are wearing? Or have you ever observed that which your mother is wearing and the neighbors are wearing the same kind of clothes? And is there any difference between neighbors or is there any difference between your mother clothes and the neighbor's clothes? Have you ever observed them? No? Okay, so today I am going to show you some different kind of styles of dresses. So by observing them, today we are going to see what are the difference between those clothes. Let's go, okay? So children, now I am showing you one type of a dress. Can you name what is this? Yeah? Yes. What is this we call as? What is this dress, children? Do you know the name of this dress? Yes? What we call this? Yeah. What is this, children? What is this dress we call it? Yes. Yes, it is a sari. And is it stitched cloth or unstitched cloth? Yes. Do you find any shape on this? No, na? Is it stitched or unstitched? Yes, definitely it is unstitched, right? Okay, let's move on to another dress. Children, now I am showing another kind of a dress. What is this? Can you name what is this? Yes? Yes, this is a chudidar. Have you seen this kind of a dress anywhere? Yes? Yes. So after that, now I am showing another type of cloth. You have to tell me what is that. Yes, what is this? What is this, children? Yes, this is a chunni, right? This is a chunni. So we will wear on chudidar. So what is the difference between dress? What is the difference between dress and now what is the difference between chunni? What is the difference between chunni? Yes, we can see that dress is stitched one. It definitely have a shape. See, dress is stitched here. Is this stitched or unstitched? Stitched one. But if you observe the chunni, that is unstitched. It is a cloth, right? Is it stitched or unstitched? Yes, it is a long piece of cloth which is unstitched. Right? Yes. So now you have to tell me what are the difference between the sari, dress and... So now we have observed two kind of dresses, right? One is a sari and another one is a chudidar with chunni. So what are the differences between sari and dress? Can anyone tell? Yes. Sari is a long piece of cloth where we didn't have any shape on that, where we didn't stitch any part of that, right? We were just wearing them as it is, right? Where we have a long piece of cloth and where we have a pallu on it. So we will have some fleece and we will wear that long piece of cloth. But after we had observed another cloth, right? Where that in another dress is a chudidar. The another dress is a chudidar. But that one has definitely a shape and that one is a stitched one. And even the dress which is stitched also, we have used one kind of another cloth which is unstitched. What is that? Chunni and dupatta, right? What is that? Chunni and dupatta. So in regular life, have you ever observed that people are wearing different kind of clothes. Some may stitched, some may unstitched. Okay, so can you tell some stitched clothes, name of the some stitched clothes and some name of the unstitched clothes? Yeah, so stitched clothes can be chudidar, pant, shirt, blouse, gagra choli, frock, right? And unstitched clothes can be sari, lungi, dhoti, dupatta. These kind of different clothes we can find. Those are unstitched. Even though we are using, even though those unstitched clothes also part of our regular life, right? Even though they are unstitched, but we are using them as our regular life to wear them, like how our mothers are wearing, right? So these are the difference between stitch, okay, the stitched clothes and unstitched clothes. Okay, can you tell what? Okay, these are the names of the clothes which are stitched and unstitched. Can you name the difference between stitched clothes and unstitched clothes? Simple. The stitched clothes have definite shape, and we have used needle and thread to give a proper proper shape, right? By using sewing machines also we have given proper shape to them. But when it comes to unstitched clothes, we need not to use needle and thread. We can wear them as it is according to that cloth type. Right, Nana? So now, apart from sari and chudidar, have you ever observed that some people had worn some kind of a different kind of a clothes? Usually when we go out in Khammam, we usually find that lot of people are wearing chudidar and sari. It is a common nowadays. But have you ever observed some people who are wearing some different kind of a clothes? Have you noticed anyone who are looking very different? Yes, yes. In near GV Mall, if you observe, there will be a lot of Marwadis. Do you know who are Marwadis? Or have you ever observed the people who always cover their head with a pallu? Pallu means is nothing but a big chunni. Yes, whoever cover their head with their pallus. Yes, they are wearing skirt and blouse, and they will cover their head with a pallu. They always cover their head with a pallu. Yes, yes, those are for Marwadis. And they have different style. They have different style of wearing clothes, right? And if you are observing the Muslims, maybe they are wearing chudidar or sari, even though they will cover themselves with a burqa. So that is a different kind of a style, right? By seeing burqa only we can identify they are Muslims. That means dressing sense or dresses also help us to find the people, right? The dresses also help us to find the people. Actually, who are they? Which region they belong? What kind of a dress style they have? Right, Nana? By observing burqa only, we can say those people are Muslims. By observing if their head is covered with by chunni, we can immediately say that they belong to Marwadis, right? For example, if you are going out, if they are wearing turban and a dhoti kurta, and they have beard. Turban means the Sikh people wear the turban, right? So by seeing them only we can say they are definitely Sikhs, which belongs to western part of our India. So by seeing their different style only, we can assume that people belongs to which area, right? For example, if they are wearing white color sari on a Onam, okay, it's a Kerala festival, right? By observing if all the people are wearing white color sari, all the people, and they are keeping one sticker or one vibhuti sticker will be there, no? They will keep. If they are wearing that, what we can expect? Yes, by seeing them only we can say that the people are belong to Kerala, right? And after that, the male person, if they are wearing white color mundu, white color lungi, obviously we can say those persons belongs to Tamil Nadu and Kerala, because in those two regions men wear mundu very much, right? For example, if man is wearing shirt and if they are wearing dhoti means I already explained in first lesson, if they are wearing the dhoti with the fleece like mundu, but you have to, it's look like a pant, right? They are wearing with a shirt, we can see them, by seeing them only we can identify they belong to definitely Bengal, because that is their traditional and regional dress. So here what I am trying to say is, by seeing, by observing the different kind of a clothes, we can easily identify the people culture and as well as the people belongs to which region. Yes, clothes, the style of the clothes, the people which follows which styles also can help us to identify the different kind of a clothes and their culture also. Got it, Nana? So, why do people wear different kind of a clothes? What is the reason? Why people wear different kind of a clothes? Now I have told that people, if they belong to North India, they will wear, most of them wear chudidar, pajama chudidar with dupatta, and now if it belongs to South India, definitely most of our mothers and grandparents wear saris, right? And the people who belongs to Kerala and Tamil Nadu, if gents are there, they will definitely wear mundu, lungi, right? If they belongs to Bengal, they will wear shirt and dhoti, and if they are western people wear, they will wear shirt and pant with the turban, right? So what is the reason why people wear different kind of a clothes? What is the reason behind of it? Can anyone give any suggestions, ideas? It is very simple. The people follow the dress style which they used to follow from the lot of back years. For example, if I am wearing a sari, so why I am choosing sari? Because I have seen that my mother is wearing sari from a lot of years. Why my mother is wearing sari? Because she might also saw that her mother is, that means my grandmother is also wearing a sari. So that habit, that showing, that wearing of clothes, we are seeing and we are following from the years, from the long time. So that might have impression, on us. So we are following the same kind of a patterns and same kind of a dress style we are following, right? So is there any changes in our dress style? Yes, nowadays we are having changes in our dress style because now we are coming out to do work. In the olden days, people are not used to come out to work, so they use and they are very comfortable with the sari. Now we are not comfortable with the sari because we need a time to tie that sari. It takes a lot of time and it is a very big cloth, unstitched one, and we need a time to tie it. And now we are also going out to do work. So we have to choose the clothes which make us comfortable to do our work. So nowadays definitely we are having changes in our dressing style. According to comfortable also people are choosing their dresses, right? And impact of the other people, yes. Impact of other people also will show the changes on dressing styles also. For example, up to 4 or 5 years back, all the women are not interested to wear jeans and shirt. They are only comfortable in the chudidars. But now, a lot of people are very comfortable. They are find themselves comfortable in jeans and shirts. Now we are slowly turning into jeans and shirts to the working area. So why these changes have came means the people are finding comfort in the dressing style. In the olden days, they followed their mothers and grandmother's style. Now, people, even though they are following the same style, the same dressing style, but in that also they are finding comfortable. If you are not comfortable what we are wearing, can we wear those clothes? No, na? So it is very simple that whatever we are following, whatever we are wearing, that must be comfortable to us, and at the same time, sometimes we will represent our tradition and we will follow our parents' dress style. The impact will be there. That's why we have different dressing styles of different regions of our country. And at the same time, by seeing the dressing sense of the people, we can easily find out which religion people are they. Right, everyone? So, let me show you some pictures. So, let me show you some Children, now I am showing you a different kind of a dressing style. Here the first one represents Western Punjabi style. The dress the woman is wearing, that represents Punjabi style. Okay. After that we have the two women which are wearing white color dress. So by seeing them only we can identify these two people will belong to Kerala. This dress they will wear on the festival of Onam. And after that we have here another dress that belongs to northern India, which we call as Salwar Kameez, where they are covering their head with a dupatta, right? After that we have another picture here which represents the southern culture, that is our culture, like most of the people are wearing sari. And after that here again I am showing some pictures that one person he is here wearing that kurta paijama along with dupatta. So this kind of a style we can see in northern India, very obvious. And after that we have another picture here. We can see that this kind of a dressing sense we can see in the Tamil Nadu most of the time, right? Tamil Nadu and Kerala both. Okay, and after that we have another picture which represents West Bengal culture, where they have dhoti kurta. Along with dhoti kurta they are wearing overcoat on them. So these are the different kind of styles which we have in our India, which represents their culture along their state also. Okay, now we will see some more pictures. So here I am representing some more pictures. The first blue color, what is that dress we call as Salwar Kameez. Nowadays we are seeing very oftenly in our city also, but in olden days it represents only North India. And after that here we have a small girl which she is wearing a pattu pavada, which represents our southern culture. A small girl which wears long skirt with a small blouse, we call it as a pattu pavada, right? So it represents southern culture, where if we have any functions and any temple we have to go, a lot of kids wear this kind of a dresses. And after that we have here one person who is wearing a shirt with the dhoti, right? Dhoti means this is, children, where we have to tie with the pleats. Okay, so this is a dhoti and shirt. This is called dhoti and kurta, where it represents Bengal culture. And after that again here we have a mundu, nothing but lungi, which represents Tamil Nadu style. See, I told you that Vibhuti sticker they will wear very oftenly, like this kind of a thing we can see in Tamil Nadu, right? So this represents the dressing style, represent their culture also. So whatever we wear in our regular life, it every time represents our culture, and not only culture, our area, which area we belong to. So I hope you all understood the lesson. Everyone open your volume please. So children, now we are in volume 2, page number is 6. We are in the lesson of S2 clothes people wear. Don't forget to write the date. Okay, so what is the first question here? We have name any two types of clothes people wear in the city or town you live. So you know the answer very well. You have to write the any kind of a dress which you very oftenly found in our city. Write the names of the clothes shown in the picture. So what is the first picture you are seeing here? Write the name of it, and after that again you have to write the name of this picture. Okay, and after that see which other type of clothes do people wear in India. Rather than this, apart from these two, you have to write any other some styles of the dressing style which people are wearing now. And third one, how are the clothes shown in the two pictures are similar? Here we can see two kind of a different kind of a styles, right? In two pictures we have different kind of a clothes, right? So here you have to identify what is the similarity among these two pictures, and you have to write the answer. Okay, everyone finish your volume and send it back through WhatsApp. I hope you all understood the lesson. Thank you.